Welcome to the cradle of quarterbacks, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, home to the Purdue Boilermakers, where the black and gold hoping to boiler up in this one. The Trojans will kick it away to start. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Boilermakers offense will start this game off. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
The Trojans offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Got it in the middle. It's Sexton. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Scanning the field, it's Mendez. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell.
Ball in the air, intercepted! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Still running at the 40. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Inside the 40. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. Back to pass, it's Mendez. Finds his man down the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. His passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Trying to find his man on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
He's got it at the 30. Racing down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Purdue! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mendez. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. Line gets set, 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. second down here as they go back to work after the break. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on second down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Looking for a man, it's Powell. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Now on second and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Southern Cal! What a grab and go for the score. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
USC 14. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking for a man. It's Powell. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He unleashes a long one. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Boilermaker! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Hold it, finds his man on the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. This offense set up with a second and short. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to pass on second down. That's caught. It's Vargas. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Still running at the 35. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Getting some heat. Now on second down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Looking to throw, it's Mendez. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner is...
And your Purdue Boilermakers will take over.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. He's looking to throw it. On target. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Boilermakers want to move quickly. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw, it's Mendez. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
And it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He'll start this drive firing. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He's got his man. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Splits the uprights. Good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Boilermakers will line up to kick off and start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory now. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try the run. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. The Boilermakers are in the hurry-up. To the air. It's Powell. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. He completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown, USC! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's right on target. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Back to throw, it's Powell. He's got his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Boilermakers in the hurry-up. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Classic pressure coming from the defense's right side, and they get the quarterback to the turf.
And that's what those defensive ends in a 4-3 do. Those guys know how to get after the quarterback, play on an edge. Nice job rushing the passer, getting off the football, and getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. On the run, it's Vargas. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
The Trojans get it past the sticks.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Dropping back, it's Mendez. They've got the screen set up. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking for a huge play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll bring it back. It's Hodges. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
To the air, it's Mendez. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Takes the handoff. It's Vargas. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he released.
To the line.
The turf. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And it was the defense that got this started, right? They were the ones who got the stop, forced the punt, gave it back to the offense, who now just picked up a nice completion. You win as a team, but give the defense credit for getting this thing going.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he breaks into the open. Smashes through. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. That is a tough one to take, to get an explosive play like that and have it wiped out by a penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. To throw, it's Powell. just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Dang, that's unfortunate. I wish I could say I've never seen that before, but I've seen Reese run routes. You know, when we go to all these different stadiums and call these games, we go on the field and do a spin session before the game. That looked just like Reese did.
Oh, look out, there he goes! And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Boilermakers are on the move. Back to the air one more time. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll call for the fair catch here. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And the Trojans will keep this drive going.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Mendez. Safe completion on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. Got out of trouble and throws. Grab near the marker, it's Sexton. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans.
You get down here in the red zone, and you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth.
35. Purdue, 26.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Makes the grab. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Powell. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're gonna...
And the defense gets to the quarterback. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He wants a big play here late. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
In this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.